my name is Nelena, and I'm going to be running through our new GLP-1 nutrition supplement, how to take it, some features of it, and some just fun facts. So, really quick, before we get started, I am so excited that you are trying out our new GLP-1 nutrition support. I think it's going to change the game for so many people. But before getting into it, how and what GLP-1 actually is, it's a hormone that's made in our gut, and it pretty much tells our body, I'm satisfied. And so, what it does is it works to support our blood sugar. It helps our body utilize glucose more efficiently. So we're not having these ups and downs and crashes, which cause a lot of sugar cravings and cravings to have sweets or snacks or all the things. It also supports GLP appetite. The GLP-1 impacts appetite, where it tells your brain when you're full. And it also supports digestion in the way that it slows down digestion so you don't feel hungry right away. So there's a ton of benefits from our GLP-1 hormone. And so what this supplement is going to do is support your body's own production and use of the GLP-1 hormone. And so when we want to drink this is right before a meal. I shouldn't say right before, 15 to 35 minutes, 15, can't talk, 15 to 30 minutes 15 to 30 minutes before you eat your first meal of the day. So if you're someone who eats breakfast, then this is going to be something you drink 15 to 30 minutes before your breakfast. If you're someone who doesn't eat until later in the morning, you want to drink this before your first meal. And so that you can work with your direct consultant if you have questions about that, or like your schedule's different or something like that. I know everybody has different schedules. Let your consultant know, and they can help you with that. Another thing is that when starting, so the recommended dose is 2.5 teaspoons when starting, because this does have high fiber in it. It has, where is it? Chicory root. It has just more fiber than maybe you're currently taking, or you're just boosting your fiber intake. And so this is something that you can start, like I've been starting just drinking 1.5 teaspoons. And after my first week, I'm bumping it up to 2.5 teaspoons. So you can start with a little bit less just to help your body kind of transition in using this new supplement. You can always try 2.5 right off the bat and just see some signs that like maybe your body just needs help with adjusting, and to reduce the amount is like maybe some bloating, bathroom inconsistency, things like that. That can just sometimes happen when you have too much fiber, and your body's getting used to that. So that's just a fun fact. And if you have questions about that, let us know. But really quick, something that's really cool in our GLP-1 nutrition support is a trademarked ingredient called metabolade. And metabolade, hope I'm saying that right, metabolade. It's been studied for over 20 years, tons of clinical studies on it, and research published. Actually, it even has amazing awards and like what was given to it, awards and certifications with that ingredient. And so that's one of the amazing ingredients that's in here. But metabolate has been clinically proven to show a 13% increase in secretion within 15 minutes of the first time drinking this. That's crazy, right? First time drinking this, and you are going to see an increase in GLP-1 secretion. And then that continues to rise, reaching over 60% after 2 months. That's a huge jump. And so why I say that is because this product is it's going to work best when it's used consistently over time. And so you really want to get good at being consistent with it. If you are someone who like adding something new in is kind of overwhelming, or you struggle with consistency, try habit stacking. Habit stacking is essentially blending something new with something you already do. So if at night you already like kind of clean up your kitchen and get it ready, tidied up for the next day, then maybe you're setting this out on your counter so you see it as a reminder in the morning. Or maybe you're someone who makes coffee in the morning. I encourage you to drink this. If you're like drinking coffee and a meal, then drink this before the coffee and the meal. But if you're someone who doesn't eat until later, then do your normal morning routine and drink this before your meal. But if you're someone who makes coffee in the morning, maybe put your scoops in a shaker cup while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. So you have this ready to rumble. Or if you don't eat your first meal until you're at work, just leave this at work so you can make that there. Maybe you get to leave one at work and one at home for the weekend. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that consistency is key here. And so you're really going to want to focus on making sure you take this every single day. And then another fun thing is that 85% hunger reduction after 2 months as well. So you're going to notice that you're just feeling less hungry or snacky after, a few months of using this. Um, and some other just incredible things that you can look forward to with this product and with the Metabol that's in this product. In a 30-day clinical trial. And one thing I love about these Metabol studies is they're randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies, which are like the highest form of studies. And so in this 30-day trial, or study, there was 68% people who were in the study saw 68% reduction in body weight, 233% reduction in hip circumference, and 68.42% improvement in body mass index. And in another study, they were looking at blood pressure, cholesterol, and body weight. They found that Metabol resulted in 395% lower LDL cholesterol levels, and the total systolic blood pressure was lower in those who were on the Metabol rather than the placebo. And then the Metabol group had 1,300% greater loss in body weight than the placebo. So there is a ton of studies just showing that this ingredient is powerful, especially when compounded and used over time. Another thing just to focus on is, I know a lot of people look at the scale and want, have weight loss goals. Something that I really encourage is to reduce the amount of times you're actually looking at the scale. I say definitely no more than one time per week. When starting. Eventually, I recommend not even doing it maybe once a month, if that. Our weight fluctuates, and so yes, you're like wanting to pay attention, but focus on different things like how you're feeling, how you're sleeping, your hunger, your confidence, like your skin when you look in the mirror, like just so many other things can display success in a healthy lifestyle rather than just the scale, because the scale is not the full story. And so if you do have questions or want more info on that, please let your consultant know. But I just really encourage you guys to stay consistent with this, use this, take some before and afters, because again, you might see reduction in inflammation even before you see a reduction in weight, which like that just is a huge difference in what you look like. Even if the scale is only moving a pound or two, you might notice such a difference in how you look. So take before and afters. Write down maybe some of how you're feeling, what's your current routine, like when you're noticing that you're snacking, and then check back in with those notes in a month and see what's different. And then you're going to see huge, huge improvements. So here's to feeling our absolute best and healthiest and happiest. Bye.